you're going to be able to dig out of anything if you believe that you can. Just start moving forward. Don't play the victim. We have to keep going no matter what shift or housing, economic, or mindset shift we get into. We have to keep hunting. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
There he is. How you doing?
Howdy. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. So if you guys don't know Tony, he's a celebrity real estate agent. He's an entrepreneur. He's an author. And he's given us some time today to tell his story and also share some messages to help fellow entrepreneurs. You're based on the West Coast?
I am based in Los Angeles, but I'm literally on an airplane every week speaking at conferences or doing something somewhere in some city, except for the last 90 days, of course. Haven't been doing much travel right now.
So usually on these, I like to go a little bit into somebody's story, and because we can do it live here, can you either one, give us a quick tour, or give us some object in your place that has a meaningful story to it?
You mean an actual object in my office?
Yeah.
Right behind me. That is a very famous surf artist by the name of Ashton Howard. Ashton is an incredible talent. I have been around the ocean and surfing and diving and boating my entire life, and I've seen plenty of surf artists, but no one captures the light. I mean, that's a painting, right, and he's just incredible. And why it's inspiring to me is I believe that people need a place where they can get the most amount of their work done. I have an office here, but I also have a home office with a Ashton Howard painting behind me there too. And it's because you need to be motivated. You need to feel inspired in what is your place to get the most work done, where you're non-distracted, you're focused so much. And the inspirational part behind it is, my story that I'll tell you in a quick minute. This was the one thing that always made me feel like it wasn't that bad, was out of all the art that I had to sell after losing everything, I never got rid of his pieces. So it always made me feel like I was gonna come back. And there's so many photos in front of this painting with my son when he was 1, my other son when he was 3, and now they're 17 and 15. So
that's wild. So take us in. Tell us the story.
Yeah. So I got into sales in 1998, just going door-to-door sales, selling cell phones for AT&T. I wanted to become a firefighter, so I was trying to save up enough money to become a firefighter and put myself through the 4-month fire academy in Southern California. And didn't have a car to my name, didn't have money to my name, lived on a couch with a bunch of other guys in a dorm, and for $200 a month, and pretty much lived out of my lifeguard duffel bag, I was a lifeguard on the weekends as well. And walked into a mortgage company to sell them a cell phone, December of 1998, as a 20-year-old little arrogant A-type personality. And she offered me a job. Long story short, the heydays of the 2000s, when all you had to do is have a heartbeat to buy a house, I made my first million at the age of 26 years old in 2004. 3 years later, I am partners. I own a ton of business and have staff. We have offices, and I have every toy you could possibly think of: boats, cars, classic cars, you name it, I had it. Fine art, fine watches. And I lose everything in less than 18 months in the 08-09 financial crisis. And when I say everything, everything. I went from an 812 FICO score to 496. I had 19 foreclosures on my credit in less than 9 months. I went through a massive divorce. Youngest son's diagnosed with autism. All of my cars are repossessed. Boats are repossessed. I had to sell the fine art and fine watches for 10 cents on the dollar. And I just remember just being like, what else? Like, you can't be serious. Like, anything while you're at it, just keep sending it, right? And finally, summer of 09, I got so fed up with lending and the mortgage side and just trying to figure out how I was going to dig out of that crash and rebuild. And so I switched to the sales side. So I left the mortgage loan originator side to now represent the actual purchase or sale of the property as a real estate agent, and did some things on social media that I took a completely different approach by accident. It's not because I was going to classes or learning from someone else. It was an accidental approach to a more common sense, logical way of doing it, and absolutely exploded. Within 30 days, was getting huge multi-million-dollar listings that I should have never been getting, all through the power of social media. That led to becoming a Rookie of the Year, national speaker. Then I started writing books, and then, long story short, the rest is history. Rebuilt everything I lost, and for the past few years, still as a real estate agent, of course, that rebuilt everything, but now a coach, author, speaker, and that's kind of the story.
What do you recommend to people who are facing that now? Like, a lot of businesses are shutting down. A lot of them are saying, like, why me? How much more can I take? What's the guidance that you have for entrepreneurs who are feeling that right now?
You know, I love that question. I would say it's two things. The first thing is just mindset. I remember when I was constantly saying, woe is me, why me, I'm a victim, bad bank you. And at the end of the day, it's my fault. And I don't care what anyone says. And as a coach, I'm pretty direct and straightforward. Some people take it the wrong way. Most of my clients love it. Bottom line, you're where you're at because of you, period. And it's because the best thing that we can do is become what my papa used to call recession proof. Recession proof is two things: liquid assets and liquid knowledge. If you have those two things, it doesn't matter what pandemic, what financial crash, what real estate crash, what economic crisis, what Great Depression, what great lockdown comes. Not only will you survive because you've been saving and you've been not spending and not needing to be showy, you can also take advantage of it. So if there's anything I can tell people is, first, you have to have the positive mindset that you're going to be able to dig out of anything if you believe that you can. Just start moving forward. Don't play the victim. Second thing is, you have to remember these things are this big. When you look at 30-year graph charts, these little blimps, the 1991 housing crash is this little blimp, goes up and then boop, and then goes up, boop. And so when you look at it, you have to realize these things are temporary. But if you have a negative mindset, if you're already thinking of exit strategies and what you were doing, or maybe I should think about doing this now, you're done. You've already given up. You've already given yourself a get out. When in actuality, there are plenty of business people right now, entrepreneurs right now, who are making more this month than they did before COVID, because they're out there still hustling and getting it, when most people, unfortunately, get into this victim, look at me, woe is me, I'm owed. And, you know, at the end of the day, you're either a lion or you're the zebra. And last I checked, lions don't stop chasing down their prey because they stepped into a pile of shift. I said shift, not the S word. So it's because they're a hunter. So what we have to remember is we're hunters. Like, we have to keep going no matter what shift or housing, economic, or mindset shift we get into. We have to keep hunting.
So for you, if you go back to everything's falling apart, why me? How did you make that shift? To say,
yeah. I'm working on my next book right now, which is the story. Everybody's been wanting the story. Most of my books are like tech books, where it's like teaching you how to do technology with sales and stuff. But I'm writing the book that's going to be more the inspiring book about becoming, you know, having greatness and achieving your goals. And I believe that there are moments in our life, and five main significant moments in anyone's life, whether you're 20 years old and maybe you've already had a couple, and you're 50 years old and you can name all 5 moments that were defining moments that made who you were today. And one of those moments of woe is me and how I snapped out was, I was taking a shower. I have to shave my head and my face, so I look like white foam everywhere. And I get out of the shower and I have my towel on, and I'm just in my little phone booth shower after having showers the size of bedrooms in the heyday. And now I'm in my little phone booth shower, and I was working on 2 deals. This is before I switched from loan officer to real estate agent. And I had 2 deals that needed to fund. And I've lost everything. I'm 30 days behind on rent. Like, I'm constantly struggling. And all of a sudden I get a text while I'm shaving. And the text is from my loan processor, who said, I have bad news and worse news. Smith deal just got declined, and so did the Davison deal just get declined. And these were in the bag. These were commission checks coming in the next couple of weeks. And Bear Stearns is crashing, Lehman Brothers is crashing, stock market's crashing 1,000 points a day. And I just remember looking down, and I lost it, and I grabbed the pedestal sink, and I just remember abruptly like moving and shifting my body weight, and it ripped the pedestal off the wall. I slipped because I was in my towel and it was wet on the ground. I hit the ground so hard that I just almost fractured my tailbone, and the medicine cabinet fell off the wall, hit the ground, and shattered the mirror. And I remember sitting there, and I looked over to my right, and in this triangular piece of mirror, nestled perfectly in the corner, was my face, like this reflection in my phone, but it was in a mirror. And I hated what I saw. And when I saw that reflection, I go, that was it. That was your moment. You're done. You need to get up, dust yourself off, and rebuild. I didn't come from wealth. I didn't come from business savvy family. You know, dad's a landscaper, mom's a bookkeeper, and I dropped out of high school junior year. So I didn't come from wealth or business savviness or going to a university or anything like that. And I built a multi-million-dollar empire coming from nothing. I can rebuild. And I just remember saying, you got to get up. Like, this isn't you. And so I got up, and I just remember starting to focus on nothing but positivity. You know, read the book, The Secret, would meditate more, would really think about positive energy, and slowly started rebuilding everything. But I think that we have these defining moments in our life that make us, you know, for me, moment 1, abandonment, you know, at a very young age, parent, peace out. That is huge for the rest of your life. Number 2 was probably ridicule, being bullied all throughout my childhood and teen years. Just, I was the goofy kid. 3, without a doubt, September 11th was a defining moment that I think made me a man and woke a lot of people up in America of what this life can actually, what can be in this life. So it's what we do with those moments that are everything.
I'm looking forward to the book, man. This is
thank
great.
you. Appreciate that.
That's a wild story. You've got your Rise coaching program.
Yeah, Rise Coaching is, you can check it out at risemastery.com, just RISE. But Rise stands for Relevant Innovative Skill Enhancement. And the reason why I have it stand for something is because I've always been passionate about the word skill enhancement. What are we doing as coaches, mentors, instructors to enhance people's skill sets? Not the babysitting coaching. How many calls did you make this week? Okay, how are we going to overcome that hurdle next week and get to your 100? Go, go, go. Like, it's what are we doing to enhance our skill sets, both naturally and the ones that make us uncomfortable. So that is the name of it, Rise Coaching at risemastery.com.
What are the maybe top 3 skills that you focus on typically with your students for the enhancement?
You know, if you click on topics, you'll see a wide range, but I would say the things that I love to coach people on more, and it tends to be what drives people towards me as a coach, is definitely, you know, modern day techniques to increase your business, no matter what industry you're in, insurance, lending, you sell medical supplies to hospitals, you own your own dentist practice, business owner, a salesperson. It's using social media, video marketing, technology, access to information to really help them build their personal brand. I would say number 2 is mindset, motivating, inspiring, and helping people develop that really strong why, like Simon Sinek, who I know you know, that super strong why that fuels us every day, that pushes us to wake up and work so hard. And then number 3 is no matter what you do, what are you doing to be a local leader in your marketplace? No matter what you do, but what are you doing to be a local? How many other businesses and organizations do you put before your own business to help them grow? An example of this is one company called Parkbench, parkbench.com/local influencer. So parkbench.com/local influencer, doesn't matter what industry you're in, literally make you the local leader of your town or marketplace, and is going to help you develop relationships with all these different organizations. And you're like the ambassador of that town's website instead of the city's website. It's so hard to explain, but if you really want to take your business to the next level and look into what that company's doing, I would highly advise you guys to go to parkbench.com/local influencer. So those 3 things: modern day techniques of tech, being a local leader, both offline and online, and mindset and your why.
I love it. Are you doing stuff on YouTube, Tony?
Yeah, I don't like live stream or anything on that. Most of what I do is this personal Instagram. So any of you on the call can follow my personal Instagram right here. And then all my business pages on Facebook and Instagram. But YouTube, there's a whole chapter in my book about YouTube. Like you are exactly what I tell people. That is considered building a massive YouTube and understanding the power of it, especially with Google owning them. I just more like upload video instead of live stream video. So I upload video that's been shot. It's more production-based video instead of doing like raw videos like this.
Have you put up coaching sessions?
Yeah. But I don't put up a lot because the reason for that is I give tips and stuff, but I have 2 programs. I have the individual one-on-one where it's like you and me and I'm just coaching you. And that can be expensive for people to hire a coach just for them every month, a call every week. So I also have a group program, and my group program, instead of being over $1,000 a month, my group program is only $100 a month. And you get 2 live coaching sessions with me for 90 minutes, me actually live with you. You're just on the call with a bunch of other people, and you get access to everything. Because I have that, it's way less expensive. So I don't really need to put my coaching online on channels, because a lot of people just sign up for that because they know they're getting up-to-date coaching sessions and they get access to everything. And a lot of people are like, good grief, $99. Like, sure, I'll do that for 2 live sessions with him every month.
I'm passionate about, obviously, YouTube, get people on the platform, especially thought leaders with a deep well of knowledge, because you've been through it. You know what you're talking about. It's not just like, hey, I'm starting up and listen to me. Just like you use social to build your real estate practice in an era when most people didn't really understand how to make it work, and now suddenly you're closing these giant deals. I think that's a real opportunity for someone like you who's got deep knowledge, and I can tell that when you're working with somebody, you're going to get the results on a call. Nobody's sharing enough of that. Everybody's doing talking head videos on YouTube, which is great, and that helps. But to be able to see the shift, like if you talk to somebody, even you using the word shift multiple times, somebody comes to you with a mindset problem, and they're going to talk to you for 15 minutes, and you're going to snap them out of it and set them on a direction they didn't even see was possible in their life. And in that me, the viewer, gets the aha moment as well, to then say, well, how do I participate in these lives, or how do I get more of these? Oh, so you've got a coaching program, you've got a Rise. Like, what's that all about? Like the front end free content leads you to the page, just like you've already done it however many times, with your real estate business. You use social to blow up, and other people thought it was stupid. Nobody who looks like you in terms of like thought leader, expert, business guru is doing a ton of the coaching sessions and putting it up on YouTube as the front end funnel to join the coaching.
Exactly. Yeah. That's right? That's what my videos do on YouTube, is they hook them to want more. And I use the word hook because we all want to be hooked. We all want to have that connection with someone. So I try to give powerful, quick tips like anything I can today to then at least just help you improve immediately, whether or not you enter my program or not. I just want to help people grow regardless of what, benefit I get out of it. It's always been a passion of mine.
I mean, I think you could crush with that. Like, I think you should have 1 million followers on YouTube. I've seen you as the entrepreneur mindset guy focused on skill enhancement. Like, nobody's talking about skill enhancement.
Right. Yeah, very true.
I understand the word, but nobody's using that as terminology. And it's my business to know that. Like, of all the people, this is my job, is I study guys like you and I profile them and put them on my channel, and nobody is talking about skill enhancement. That's definitely a market you could dominate. And everybody wants to, especially now, be looking at how to increase their skills to get to the next step in their life, especially with your story and what you went through and all of it. It's wild, dude.
It was a lot, that's for sure. There's no question. And I'm not even getting into all of it. Like, I mean, the book will get into all of it, but
when does the book come out?
I was hoping you weren't going to ask that, but it's coming. Okay. The reason for it is, so this is Social Agent 2.0, but I'm doing the revision of this. I revise this book every few months. And it's almost wrapped up, but then I'll be able to focus back into, the storybook, which is going to be, probably, as long as I have dedicated time to finish it, what I'm hoping for is it'd be amazing on my birthday, which is August 11th, but it might not be until September.
Okay. And are you writing it yourself? Or are you working with somebody?
Oh yeah. No, I write my books because there's nothing more than I love hearing than when somebody says, it sounds like you're talking to me. Because maybe they've heard me speak or they've listened to a training video. Like, anybody who reads my book knows, they're like, it's not written to read. It's almost like you're just repeating you're just like saying it for me. Mm-hmm. But you will then sound like me if you start reading the book out loud. It's my language, and it's just because I think people connect that way better. And I think it'd be too hard to hire somebody to try to co-write it with me, which is why it's so time consuming, because I'm doing it myself. Yeah. I was on a live stream this morning at 6 a.m. with a lot of my coaching clients, doing a little challenge with them to get up before the sun cracked the horizon. And on there, I said, I have to wake up even an hour earlier just to time block writing, because I have no other time during the day to do that. So it's intense, I'll sleep when I'm dead, right?
Cool, man. Well, it's crazy how quickly time flies when you're having fun. Tony, so for people who want to dive into your world, learn more about Rise, or just learn more about you, or get the book in August or September when it comes up, what's the next best step you want them to take?
Follow this Instagram account for sure. And everybody who watches this is not arrogance. This is not, oh, follow me. This is because I lead by example. Like, you'll see how I build my own business. I mean, follow me wherever you can. Follow my Modern Group real estate page, my Opulent agency, my Rise coaching, because at least you'll see like, oh, I've never thought to do that for my business. And then you'll see any announcements that I have about the book. And then if you just want to go to the one website that is not just real estate or not just coaching, it's just my umbrella of who I am, that's Giordano.global. You will then be able to go to the Rise website by clicking coaching. You'll be able to see everything about me, the books, all that stuff. So you can just start there, and then you can go anywhere after that, which is, again, Giordano.global.
Appreciate the love. And on the YouTube, we'll link that up in the description below.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for the time, man.
Really quick, I just want to say one thing with you, though, is, hey, everybody on this call, how amazing is this guy? Evan Carmichael is single-handedly changing the world in his own way to improve it without question. Like, based on what I see in the people you interview, Evan, it's people like you that are really going to help change everything in this world and leave it better than how you came into it. And that takes a lot of sacrifice. It takes a huge heart. And I'm honored to have been on your interview today, and keep doing what you're doing, because it's impressive.
Thank you, man. I'm still getting used to taking compliments in, so I appreciate you and and the words and the time today and all the advice, and I can't wait to get my hands on your book too when it comes out in August.
Awesome. I love it. In August. All right. I guess I'm waking up at 3:30 in the morning.
Let's go, Tony. All right. Much love. Thank you.
Talk to you soon.
If you want to see the one-on-one I did with Tony Robbins, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
It's not the amount of money, it's the amount of time. Time is your greatest friend here.